So I felt like I needed to make this video, one, because y'all were irritating me with this, and two, I felt like it gave a good opportunity to provide a teachable moment on why, well, one, people think they know way more than they do. So even if they had these extra resources or money or credit scores, they'd still end up right back where they are, if not in a worse position. So please listen to this video and figure out what you should do with any of these three things, and I'll let you know which one I think is best for the average American. Thanks for watching.
Numbers like I'm MJ and Dash Jackson and Jordan. Boy, I'm killing y'all boring. Time to give the world what they really need. That's the HO.
Good afternoon, tribe. My name is Darius Lester, your financial philosopher, and this is Mammoth Money Mindset. Calendars are really important too. If you're having trouble getting stuff together in your life, start using that calendar in your phone. Go buy one of those planners. Honestly, it's been life-changing for me. I feel like it makes you more successful when you plan out your days, your weeks, your months in advance, and you keep track of everything and you're on time to stuff. Just a little life tip. All right, so Rule of 72, if you haven't heard of it, basically, if you take an interest rate and you divide it by the number 72, it'll tell you how long it'll take to double that amount of money. So as an example, let's say we do 72 divided by 3%. Reason I went with 3%, if you get like a real good savings account, I'd say like the average savings account, between a high yielding and a regular one, let's just say 3% to be conservative, because we don't know where the market's going to go over these next few years. So we'll say 3%, take 72 divided by 3, and you get 24. This calculator small. I don't know if you can read it, but I'm sure you have a calculator close to you. So basically, since that says 24, that means that it would take 24 years to double whatever amount of money that you just put into that savings account. So if you took your 1 million in cash and you put it into that savings account, it would take you 24 years for that 1 million to turn into 2 million. So on and so forth throughout the years. Another 24 years, it'll double and turn into, 4 million. Get it? Cool. So we'll use that rule again with the third option, which would be investing it. So you did the same thing, got your house, got your car, so you're still only going to use 1 million to invest, which is cool. I like that idea. Let's do 72 divided by 8, and that gives us 9. So basically, every 9 years, the money you put in there will double. So after 9 years, you'll now have your 2 million back, even though you went and bought whatever you bought. And then you'll need to do something. After another 9 years, it'll keep doubling. You get the idea. So honestly, I think that sounds great. But again, we're dealing with the average American who knows. Majority of people know nothing about investing. Even the people who've heard of investing but haven't done it with whatever money you have now, because you think that, oh, I don't have enough money to invest, I can't do that, I'll do that when I get my stuff together. Those people, when you guys get the money, even if you have the idea to go invest, no offense, but you're going to do it wrong, because you've never done it before. You'd have no reason to do it right. And you just got this $1 million that you're trying to invest that you've never done before. So you're going to put it in there. Who knows what you're going to buy, right? Something. Maybe you're going to buy something you heard about on the internet. Probably going to put your money into something that you think is going to give you a super mega huge return, And honestly, the problem isn't going to come off of whatever you buy. It's going to come when you decide to sell it. Because you're going to put that $1 million in there. That's money you've never had before in your life. You cherish it. You're going to see whatever that stock is, whatever that cryptocurrency is, drop a couple points, and you're going to freak out. You're going to freak out because you see your 1 million turn into 800,000, which technically means you just lost $200,000, and you're going to panic and take your money out, and now you just lost, $200,000 of your money, and now you're afraid of investing because they just scammed you out of that money. And honestly, you're probably going to blow that 800,000 over the next maybe 10 years. And now you're back working at Kinko's or wherever you're working before. So honestly, for the average person, I do not recommend this $2 million in cash, because the average person has no idea what to do with that amount of money. Just think about your paycheck that you get annually. Let's say you get $50,000 a year. and it's spread out between 12 months, probably spread out between 24 different paychecks. Think about on some of these ways the week fall when you end up having to go 3 weeks without a paycheck just because of how the days felt. And you're skating on air because like, oh man, I really need to get to this next paycheck because you're not good at budgeting out your money. Now think if they gave you that entire $50,000 in January. They're like, you know what? Here you go. You can have your entire year's salary right now. Do you think you would make it to the end of the year? Because I don't. I love you. I love you. I support you. I believe in you. But I also need you to understand who you are as a person. You're not making it to December. You might make it to May. Maybe. You maybe make it to May. And then all your money is going to be gone. You're going to be complaining to your employer that they didn't give you enough money, and that is not fair because now you and your family aren't going to make it through the rest of the year. And that's a you problem. That same thing is going to happen with this $2 million. You're going to see that you have $2 million. You're going to go spend it like you have $2 million because you got $2 million. And before you know it, it's all going to be gone. You may have bought things. You may have financed things that you definitely can't afford. And now you have the house of a millionaire with a paycheck of, somebody that works at Walmart. Yep, all that's getting foreclosed. I love you, but this is not a good pick for you. Don't go with the $2 million. Now, $4,000 a week. I like it. I like it for a few reasons, right? Honestly, the top reason I like it is because it's a controlled higher standard of living. And what I mean by that is if you're getting $4,000 a week, even if you mess up and you just dump all $4,000 into something stupid that week, the next week you're going to get another $4,000. Honestly, this is dummy proof money. I'm not calling you guys dummies, but it's very helpful for the average person who normally lacks self-control. May not be your fault, maybe your upbringing's fault. I'm sorry, quotation marks for upbringing. That's rude. I don't like when people blame other people for the way that they are, especially if you're an adult, you passing 30. I don't care about your upbringing. I don't care about who didn't teach you what. You've had plenty of time to go out and learn something yourself. You've chosen not to. Anyways, yep, controlled standard of living. I feel like even if you go and choose to blow $4,000, $8,000 over 2 weeks, the fact that you'll keep getting it will keep you above water. It'll keep your family out of the streets. Technically, you can never run out because of how controlled it is. But since it is controlled, you still have the option to save up over multiple weeks if you want to make larger purchases. I think this is the best option for a majority of people, right? And with this, now this has increased your income technically because now you're getting an extra $4,000 every week. So you can still go get those loans, if you want to, if you were trying to get a housing loan or a loan to start up some business of some sort. This still enables you to do this without the chance of you blowing all of your money and then just being out of luck. And easier decision making. You only have $4,000 every week. It's super easy. When you have $2 million all at once, your decisions are almost infinite, right? There's so many different things you can do with it. And normally it's not until people do all of the dumb stuff with large amounts of money and that large amount starts to turn into a smaller amount of money that they realize, oh, I may have made some bad decisions throughout this time. It's just power of hindsight. We can't help it. We're all human beings. But I think C is the best option for all Americans. Just nope, it's not as much as 2 million, but honestly, you don't need 2 million. You need something sustainable because you've been running the rat race. You've been going to work, spending the money, going to work, spending the money, going to work, spending the money. You never thought about investing before. You aren't able to keep money in your savings account. Let's not pretend that you getting $2 million is going to magically change the way you think about money. It's probably just going to end you up in a worse position. That's just my thoughts. Maybe that sounds pessimistic. I'm not a pessimistic person, but I do like to be a realist because it's only when you're real with yourself that you can start to make changes. So that's pretty much it, right? So I just threw this on here, right? Because like I said, I was going at this from the thoughts of a financial counselor, financial coach. I try to help people better their decision makings with money, budget better, start savings, do little things to trick themselves into saving, right? Because if you just tell somebody to save, it doesn't normally work. But if you give them like little keys, like, oh, put this here, make this a separate account, don't look at it, don't cut up your card that you get in the mail from this account so you can't even try to pull money out of it. Doing little things like that will enable you to override that programming you have to spend every dollar that you get. So if you'd like to learn more about that, feel free to reach out to me. I work for Mammoth Money Mindset. That's my company. That is our phone number. That's the email address. You can go to the website and set up a free 30-minute consultation. I'll listen to your story, your background, see where you're at financially, and then express to you what type of value I can add. If you want to meet, monthly, we got a budget website that you can use. I'll throw that link in the description, and I look forward to hearing from you. Again, this is Darius Lester, your financial philosopher, and this is Mammoth Money Mindset. Thank you.